Hello, Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm Leigh, and I'm the co-writer and director of The Glitter Garden.
Hi, I'm George Fowler. I am the co-writer and one of the actors, performers in The Glitter Garden.
Welcome to Backstage Pass. I first met George in the Bats bar, actually. It's almost been 2 years ago. George just hit me up and said, hey, can I pick your brain about theater? We just had a perfect synergy, I think, from the minute we met up. I said, oh, who's your director? And he goes, well, I was kind of hoping you would do it.
So drag is, if you don't know, drag is dress up for grown-ups is basically what it is. So like...
That's the best definition I've heard that avoids all the
gendered stuff. Yeah. You might associate drag with cross-dressing, so men dressing up as women dressing up as men, and nowadays we sort of transcend those boundaries. Gender illusion is one component of drag, but definitely not one we're doing right here. We're sort of exploring the limitless boundaries of gendered performance. Our entire cast is like transgender, queer, and non-binary. So we have myself, Hugo Grrrl, Eva Goodnight, YaBlind, and the Everchanging Boy. Really hardworking, talented performers with theatre experience.
George came to me and said,
I know the best people.
I know the best people. I really want to use these performers, and we're going to write a play around them as well. Yeah. And to me, that appealed because I was like, that's very Shakespearean. We're going to have an established troupe of performers that we write a show tailored to them. We also self-choreographed, which is, somebody was quite shocked of that when they saw it. They were like, who's your choreographer?
Really?
And I was like, well, we did it all ourselves. Yeah. You know, there's the phrase drag on a dime. Drag performers are used to getting things done. It's a real like duct tape and do it yourself sort of attitude.
There's also the component that because drag is so much about personal expression, having another chef in the kitchen would like hinder that process of like getting that character out there. But like, I mean, that said, the difference between coming from a cabaret scene into like a professional theatre space is like mind blowing.
We boosted up to drag on $1, so.
You two just won an award, right?
We did just win an award. Thank you, Playmarket. George and I won a competition called Plays for the Young for the 3 to 8 year old category, so we're pretty stoked about that.
Turns out script writing is quite difficult. It turns out actually all theatre is quite difficult.
Really?
Yeah, I've just learned that. We had many hours like on the floor of Laurie's living room with various dogs on me, completely over-caffeinated.
I know co-writing takes various forms, but for the two of us, we literally get together in the same room. It means we're able to just sort of mind meld and write at the same time.
For lyrics in particular, we fell into like a pattern really quickly, which is Laurie comes up with like the rhymes and the story, and I follow behind her, psychotically tapping out a beat, trying to figure out the rhythm of it. We have like a wealth of technical, scholastic, academic, worldly theatre knowledge, and then I'm just a filthy transvestite, like, yeah.
That isn't true.
It is. I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. Maxwell Apse, who wrote the incredible album of music, that original score that goes with this show, put a lot of work into making all of the 6 big title numbers of the show sound completely different and be paired perfectly with the character who performs them or characters that perform them. With that, like, there's a completely different style of movement that goes with it. Like, you're really taken on a journey through lots of different styles of dance, music, and costuming. Victoria is our costume designer for The Glitter Garden. The woman is deranged and a wizard of physics and glitter. So this is the central bodysuit for the character Honey the Bee. Yeah, they're just like gravity defying and really, really cartoonish and fantastical. One of the central like aesthetic influences for The Glitter Garden we have is SpongeBob the Musical. We're really going hard down the tunnel of camp. It's stupid and joyful. I'm obsessed with this thing, like just so obsessed with it. I think both of us are, because we, like, if I had seen this when I was 7, it would have changed my life. If I had just known that it's like okay to go out and like seek your joy and happiness in a way that's like slightly outside of the prescribed path that life decides for you, that's like really, really good and okay.
Unfortunately, you know, starting from when we're kids, society sort of tells us that there are binaries and tells us that there's ways that we're meant to behave and tries to put us in little box. But when you're a kid, you don't think like that. And I love this idea that drag is just dress up for adults, because when you're a child, you do love to dress up and you love to try out different roles in your imagination, and it creates empathy. What drives me as a theatre artist, and I think what drives a lot of us, is we make the work that we needed, or that we need and we need to see on stage. And I think that positive representation is important.
We're just hoping that, like, we want grown-ups to come and see it because they need to, you know, we hope that they leave feeling a little braver as well.
Go Hugo, go Hugo.